Today we're going to be talking about key number 2 of one of the 8 things you need to know in order to grow your business. One of the 8 things you need to know in order to grow your business. We're going to talk about key number 2. Hopefully y'all was blessed by key number 1 last week, which was you must have an introduction. Key number 1, you must have an introduction. Today we're going to be talking about key number 2. And again, the reason why we are doing the 8 things you need to know in order to grow your business is because one time I remember my wife and I went to a meeting, and at this particular meeting, and they were meeting to find out different ideas and different things that they wanted to do, or a different arena that they wanted to go into. And the people that they were meeting with actually gave them some of the ideas or some of the things that they were doing in their particular business ministry, if you will. And one of the things that always was intriguing to me was when I asked, why would you tell someone that's trying to do something similar to you all the things that they need to do in regards to this particular business or this particular ministry? And one of the men said, they said, the reason why we're telling you the things that we have done is because whatever stays with us will die, but everything that we pass on to others will live forever. So that's why I prayerfully came up with 8 things you need to know in order to grow your business. And the reason why I'm telling people the same thing that I use is because the things that I use help me and my family. So I want to give it to you because whatever stays with us will die, but whatever we pass on will live forever. So that's where I came up with the 8 things you need to know in order to grow your business. And also a few other people had asked me in regards to business, ministry, or relationship. They said, do you just be winging it? And when I asked, what do you mean by winging it? They said, do you just be doing things and trying to see are they going to be successful? And I said, absolutely not. Everything that I do in regards to my business, everything I do in regards to my ministry, and everything that I do in regards to my marriage, all have a strategy. Everybody say strategy. Everything I do has a strategy. So again, we're going to talk about the 8 things you need to know in order to grow your business. If you didn't see week 1, which was on week 1 is on my page, or you can go to my YouTube page or anything like that. It was you must have an introduction. Today we're talking about key number 2. Key number 2. This is the foundation. I'm gonna give y'all my foundation. This is the foundation I built my business on, that I stand on. This is what I keep my marriage on. This is what I develop my ministry on. This is what I do my speaking engagements on, everything. It came from Genesis chapter 1, verse 28. Listen to me. You don't have to believe in this particular, you don't have to believe in the Bible, but this is the Bible verse that I use to stand on. You can stand on it as well. It says, Genesis 1:28 says, then God said to them, then God blessed them, and God said, be fruitful, multiply, fill the earth, subdue it, and take dominion. He says, be fruitful, multiply, fill the earth, subdue it, and take dominion. To be fruitful means, listen to me, to be fruitful means to produce something. So the first brick to your foundation, again, this is the foundation that I built the 8 keys off of. This is the foundation. The first thing he said was, be fruitful. To be fruitful means to produce something. To be fruitful means to produce something. If you go to a supermarket, don't think about the supermarket you're familiar with. If you went to a supermarket that you weren't familiar with, and you went into this particular supermarket and you wanted to buy some apples, some oranges, or something like that, and you asked someone who worked there, where's your apples and your oranges and your bananas at? They normally would say, over in the produce section. To be fruitful means to produce something. Whatever it is that you create, that's something you will produce. The first brick is to be fruitful, produce something. The minor adjustments program or the minor adjustments business was something that God laid on my heart to produce. He says, be fruitful. That's the first brick to your foundation. Then he says, multiply it. To multiply means to increase in number. To multiply means to increase in number. Whatever it is that you produce, now you need to lay the next brick, which is to multiply it in number. To multiply means to increase in number. The first thing that I created or produced was the minor adjustments workbook. After I produced the minor adjustments workbook, I created the minor adjustments business. After the minor adjustments business, I created the minor adjustments online seminar. After the minor adjustments online seminar, we started branching out and doing different things. But first, you have to produce something. Once you produce something, the next brick for your foundation is to multiply it, meaning increase it in number. Whatever it is that you produce, you have to multiply it. Those are the first two bricks to the foundation of what you build your business on. The next one, he says, to fill the earth. To fill means, this is a two-part section. To fill means to put as much as possible into. It says to fill the earth. To fill means to put as much as possible into. This is a twofold thing. To put much as possible of yourself into the thing you produce. And it also means to put as much as possible of what you produce into the earth. So whatever it is that you produce, and now you multiply it, now you have to put as much as yourself into that thing that God has put in your heart to produce. And also, you have to put as much of what you produce into the earth, even if it caused you to give away things for free. No matter where I'm speaking, no matter what I'm doing, I have this idea or I have this strategy of no matter what I'm doing, I'll give away bracelets or I'll give away t-shirts or I'll give away some books. Why am I doing that? Because I'm trying to fill the earth, put much as possible of what I produce into the earth. So I always have something to try to give away, because if you give away a bracelet and if someone is somewhere else and they have the bracelet on and someone asked about the bracelet, it will always resort or come right back to you. So you have to fill the earth. So the minor adjustments business or the minor adjustments program, we're always constantly giving away bracelets and giving away things. So when you're laying the foundation, the first three bricks, remember, the first thing is to be fruitful. The next one is to multiply. The next brick is to fill the earth. And to fill the earth means to put as much as possible of yourself into what it is that you have produced. And also put much as what you produce into the earth. You have to fill the earth. You have to fill it, fill it, fill it, fill it, fill it. The next brick, and again, I'm telling you the foundation of the minor adjustments program of what my wife and I do. We build everything on this foundation. He says, be fruitful, produce something. I produced the minor adjustments program. The next one, he says, multiply, increase it in number. I created the minor adjustments online seminar. I created my purpose is greater than my struggle. What am I doing? I'm increasing what I produce in number. Then he says, fill the earth. To fill means to put as much as possible of yourself into what you produce. And it also means to put as much as what you produce into the earth. And the next one, he says, to subdue it. This is very, very important. Listen to me. To subdue means to conquer. Whatever it is that you produce, it will put you in a particular field. Whatever it is that you produce, it will put you in a particular field. When it puts you in that field, 9 times out of 10, you will be coming into that particular field as a novice. You're new, while everybody else is experienced. But you will have to subdue it. To subdue means to conquer. And no matter how spiritual you may be, when you're coming in something in a particular field and you are a novice, you will have some percentage of yourself where you will be fearful. Why? Because some people will have more money than you. They will have more education than you. They will have more buildings than you. But you will have to subdue it. To subdue means to conquer. You will have to conquer that fear. Fear of what? Being a novice in a particular field that what you produce has put you in. I'll give you an example. The Minor Adjustments Program has by default put me in a particular field of reentry, rehabilitation, incarceration, addiction. It put me in a particular field where everybody has all these education and everything, and I understand that. But when it puts you in a particular field, I had some type of fear, but I had to go back to the brick of my foundation where I had to subdue it, meaning conquer the fear of being a novice in that particular field. So you have to remember, you will have to conquer the fear. Again, I'm only giving y'all right now, this is the foundation of 8 things you need to know in order to grow your business. This is the foundation that I use, that I stand on. The next one is, the first one was be fruitful. He says, be fruitful, multiply, fill the earth, subdue it. And then the last one is to take dominion. To take dominion means the power to govern or control all your stuff. The power of governing or controlling. When you get to this particular brick in your foundation, you have to take dominion, because some people will try to tell you what they will allow you to do, what you can do, what time you're going to do it. When you have to take dominion, you start governing what you will do, when you would do it, what would you charge for all your services or whatever it is that you have produced. But if you don't take dominion, then you won't allow, or you will allow other people to tell you what to do. At one particular point in my life, in business, I will be doing things and then I will change it. And I remember my wife used to tell me, why you keep changing it? Because I was afraid to take dominion, because I wanted to do the Minor Adjustments Program so bad. It was something I produced that I will settle for anything. But she said, stop changing it. Either they're going to allow you to do it and they want you to do it, then don't worry about it. So I had to take dominion. And to take dominion means the power of governing or controlling what you produce. So this is the foundation. This is simply the foundation of 8 things you need to know in order to grow your business. The first thing is be fruitful, multiply, fill the earth, subdue it, and take dominion. Everything I just told you is what I stand on. The 8 things you need to know in order to grow your business. They are the things that I stand on. Last